So, welcome everybody. It is Sunday night, 7:30. We have Jill and Laura on the call with us. So, let's chat about a few things. So, first thing I want to chat about is in IsaJourney. Randy put this up so you guys can see it. But this is the newest, and Jill, what I'm looking at is we had come across a form a couple of weeks ago that was the 4 enrolling pack. So it started with the Ultimate Pack, which is the one that PK trains on. And the Ultimate Pack is $1,100, and it's literally almost like one of everything. And it's also the one if people are coming and they know they want the business, you get a tax write-off with this kit. And that's how I remember it. It's just like having a 1099. The price of the kit is $10.99. So the next one down is the weight loss, then the value of the premium and the 30-day. One of the things they had announced is that they're taking out the words 30-day. And so our old price sheets said 30-day weight loss program. Now it's just being called weight loss basic pack and premium pack and value pack. So they took the 30-day out because they said it sounded too much like a diet versus a life system. And in the old pack like this, the actual pricing, here what you see in the yellow, Laura, was really faint and you could barely read it. So Randy recreated this so that it looks better with the right pricing, with the right name.
Is that a legal size piece of paper?
No, this is an 8x11.
Okay.
So
mine came out kind of fuzzy.
Yeah, so this is now in, I think he put it in IsaJourney, and I know he put it in Isa for Wealth too. And not in IsaJourney, in Shooting Stars and Isa for Wealth. So that is there. Jill, we haven't really talked since you've come back from conference, so share with us, how was it being a worker at conference compared to being a participant?
It was a really good experience. I did feel like I missed a lot of conference though. So it was nice because Isagenix was very generous with us. They took care of our way to get there as far as like the ticket. I didn't have a ticket price. And they took care of our meals and gave us tons of product. We got a huge bag full of product. You guys probably saw I posted it, but I'd say it was probably almost $100 worth of product.
Nice.
So yeah, it was super awesome. I really
go back and watch the conference to check out the parts that you missed, right?
Exactly. That's what I plan to do, because I know I don't know how long I have to do that.
Oh, you have a couple months.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, then that's good because a lot of times we were serving in like the World of Isagenix where you can go shopping and stuff. So I wasn't actually in the convention center with a lot that was going on. So, but it was an awesome experience. I would highly recommend everyone doing it at least once, because it was awesome just to be there and still have that like team unit and like just experience that side of it. But it was a lot of work too.
You probably met a whole bunch of new people.
Sorry, say that again, Jody?
I said, I bet you met a bunch of new people serving too.
I did. That was very awesome. I met a lot of cool people, some great connections and stuff with that too.
Excellent. Okay, so who knows what 2 weeks from today is?
I don't know what's going on.
I can still see you.
Crystal Manager Deadline?
It is. The Rapid Reset Crystal Manager Deadline is 2 weeks from today. So, I want people to stay consistent, and really what I want people to focus on is mindset, because I think people do that, oh, we're halfway there, I don't think I can get there. And so I really want people to stay engaged in positive mindset and stay focused on the goal, not worry what you can or can't get done. Because even moving forward, if you don't hit the goal, you're still moving forward in progress. Now, you're driving, Jill, but what I also really want to make sure people are doing is holding up, I'm going to grab mine so people can see, is And I print a new one out every year because the team dynamics change and some people want leadership, some people don't. So I just did a new one and they redid the form for that as well, is the Crystal Executive Map. And I put in the new dates. And with that map, it shows you what do you need to get to executive. And so I think it's really important to fill out the map with you on top, and then spend some time in the back office and look at your team. Who do you have on the left that wants to share, and who do you have on the right that wants to share, and who do you need to bring in? Now, having some focus on that, I want to talk about, I got the chance to meet Ingrid, when was that? Wednesday night, which she is a doll. And
Yeah.
when you had left your message for me, Jill, it was broken up, so I didn't know if she was a guest or a team member, and I didn't realize it till after she sat down that she was actually a team member. And we started talking about her BV, and she was saying how her husband's getting concerned because they're spending so much money, and I'm like, well, let's get your products paid for. So we were talking about some things, and I asked her, I said, do you spend at least $250 a month in BV? And she said, yeah, I think so. Why? And I said, because whether both of you are using the product or just you are using the product, it makes sense to have two accounts so that you can get a product introductory bonus, and then you only have one other person to enroll to start cycling. And so she was like, oh, I don't think I'd want it as a business. And I'm like, no, but wouldn't it be great to get free food? So she's open to what I would call that number 2 of your 1, 2, and 3 options, where she wants to be a casual sharer and get her products paid for. So today ends the free enrollment, that if you have not talked to Ingrid, I would recommend, Jill, to go back and have a conversation with her tonight, maybe start with a text or a voicemail, and just say, you know, hey, I heard Jody recommended enrolling your husband, because I said to her, if you're going to do it, this is a perfect week to do it because you have free enrollment till Sunday. And
Right.
kind of make sure she understood what we were talking about. And then also, she was saying she had a couple people at work starting to ask her. So Julie, Ash, and Alicia were here that night, and we were talking about the importance of using the tools. And I have to say that was one of the themes and focus at conference, is you want to be using the tools. I can't remember who said it, but somebody was up, I think it was Emily Vavra. You know, people aren't duplicatable, but tools are. And I think that's where we're lapsing as a team, is that, you know, we have those Wednesday webinars every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock to plug people into. Alex and Kelly Heimbeck did a phenomenal Facebook group party on Friday, which is still open through tonight. And they even are doing a $100 giveaway just for people commenting in it. And they interviewed Cindy and Tyler and Sarah Farnsworth and Jen Gardner, I think was the other. They interviewed on it. So that is still available for people to tune in tonight if they want. And then obviously when we hold virtual events or sip and samples, and then the power of the 3-way call and the power of the ISA movies, that the more we can do this and model it to show our team how simple it is, so they have a tool that they can then model it, and then the ripple effect goes broader, I think has really got to be part of our focus this year. So if you guys have not watched the Mission Slim Possible, which was Alex's virtual event, and you have time tonight, it's a 29-minute replay. You can still invite friends tonight, and I would recommend going and watching it. But coming back to what I was talking about, you know, Jill, I had no idea. Ingrid, clearly I haven't dug down deep into my team. And they talked about that on stage too, is it's okay to dig down versus just focusing on your personally enrolled. That, you know, look at your team, see if there's somebody where, and Laura, I'm going to kind of use you as an example. You've had some upline that aren't necessarily leading right now or aren't investing time in you right now. So I, you know, much rather have you with us here on this group coaching call where we can support you. Well, had I been a little more proactive, I probably should have reached down earlier. And so definitely drill down on your team, look at it. And the tab I like to look at is called View My Team. I don't ever look at placement tree. I look at view my team, because that gives you a picture of the health of your team. You can see who has what BV for the past 30 days. You can see how much BV you have on each side. You can see how many consultants you have on each side. So that's a much easier way to look to see the health of your team. So if you have not printed off a new Crystal Executive Map, I'm going to encourage you to do that and to fill it out, and then put it in front of you where you'll see it every day, so that you're going for these crystal dates, because that's a lot of money on the table to leave behind. Do either of you guys have questions on that I've talked about?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. The second thing is that we had our vision board party yesterday, and we had snow. So between sick, snow, and people just not wanting to get out of their warm house, we had a very small turnout, but I was very thankful to have Marcy and Alicia here. And one of the things I want to share with you that, and I have this document that I'll send to you. I'll post it as an attachment in Racing to Executive. But this was a questionnaire of 6 questions that I got off of one of the corporate calls in December. And this particular leader was talking about, how do you stay motivated through wall kicking days? How do you keep forging forward when you're in a frustrating situation and you want to give up? And so she said she asks herself these 6 questions, and she literally keeps it in a binder or keeps it in front of her to go back and review, so that when she is having a bad day, she's I'm going to mute you, Jill, because I hear some background noise. When she is having a bad day, that it reminds her why she's in this. So I'm just going to read to you guys the 6 questions. Again, I'll put the attachment in Racing to Executive. But this is what I had people fill out for before they started working on their vision boards. And the first question is, what excites you about what you're doing? And in parentheses, I put creating an Isagenix business. Like, what excites you about having an Isagenix business? Number 2, how's your posture? Do you remember how these products have literally changed your life? Number 3, who will you collaborate with, both on our team and not financially linked with us? Number 4, why am I sharing Isagenix? Number 5, why am I choosing network marketing? And number 6, are you committed to the IsaLife success plan for 90 days? So I just loved this perspective because we all have days where we're frustrated in those wall kicking moments, that this just brings you back to focus and brings you back to your why. So I don't know if either of you guys had seen this on one of the corporate calls. I unmuted you guys. Have either of you guys seen this before?
I don't think I have.
Okay. I just love that it's a centering, page. So again, I'll post this for you guys for you to see. The other thing is that, I don't know if you saw this, I posted this in a couple of pages regarding the vision planning. And I'm going to read to you. So I like this because it's the definition of vision. And it says, what is vision? A vision's job isn't to reach a destination, it's to move you. A vision is to help you start making changes in your life, to take action toward it, to become that person that's going to get it. And so if you have not made a vision board, I would highly recommend you make one. And I'm open to having another vision board party next weekend if people want, like people who couldn't come this past Saturday, if they want to gather this Saturday and come, I'm totally open to that. Or if you just want to make one on your own. But I think the combination of bringing yourself back to why am I doing this and how have these products impacted me, and creating the vision of where you want to go. Again, it's that who am I becoming and how am I moving toward making that happen? It's never a destination, but it propels you forward. So I'm going to challenge you guys in the next week to make vision boards. Send me a picture of your vision board. I'd love to see it. My pictures are both on my timeline and in our team page. So if you want to see our vision boards, I did take pictures of them.
I did see that.
Okay. Jill, with you being local, are you going to make one on your own, or you want to do a reschedule date?
Do you have other people that are still wanting to do it? Because
Well, I know Julie Patterson was sick. Julie Ash did not come. So, I know you guys usually come. I'm not sure about anybody else. I'll be bringing it up on Tuesday at the team meeting. So we can see if other people want to get together too.
okay, yeah, I'd like to if I can make it work.
Okay. Are you able to come Tuesday?
Yes, I put myself on an open to come. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So you're going to hear about this Tuesday, but since Laura is not local, I'm going to tell you about my 2 ideas I had in the shower today. So if you don't know me, my ideas come when I'm in the shower or on a treadmill and I can't write them down. So my first one is, and I think, Jill, you remember this, when we first started doing sip and samples, we had a lot of excitement and a lot of attendance, and both have just fizzled. And I can't figure out how to get the energy up again anymore. So my idea for February, taking a play off of words from my favorite Chris Harder, I am going to host an event on February 7th called For the Love of Chocolate. So instead of For the Love of Money, we're going to have For the Love of Chocolate. And it's going to be a sip and sample where I serve wine and everything chocolate. So chocolate shakes, chocolate bars, Ice Delights. And then I'm going to do a ticket game where I'm going to ask guests questions. Things like, how many toxins does our body have in it? What is a telomere? How much water should we drink? And for people who answer the question, they'll get a ticket. We'll do a drawing. And if they bring a significant other with them, they're going to get a gift. The gift will be like a stick of Hydrate or something very simple, maybe even an Ice Delight. So I've already done my little typorama picture for it, but I have not created the event. But I think we as a whole need to come back to that excitement. And I don't know if you guys saw my Facebook Facebook post I did a Nice Journey about Herb Cepeda's closing remarks at conference. Did you guys see that?
I didn't think I saw that.
I think I did, but I don't remember exactly what it was.
So what Herb talked about in his closing remarks is he's like, I'm a huge baseball fan, and I'm going to use some baseball analogy. He said, think about a seasoned baseball player. They are getting paid really well. They've done this game for years. They know what to do. They're kind of doing the do and just walking through the motions. Now compare that to a rookie. A rookie needs to own their position. They need to be seen and earn their spot, I guess is the word. And so they're excited. They get to practice an hour before practice instead of right before practice starts. They're hungry to claim their spot. And so he compared that to us with Isagenix. He's like, how many of us seasoned people have kind of turned into seasoned baseball players where we're doing the do, but we could kind of have lost the luster and we're not hungry like the rookie. And so he challenged all of us to be rookies again. And I think part of that comes too with, let's treat that with a hard 30 day. Let's get excited about the products and get some results again, because that is going to build excitement so that you want to share. And with me trying to change up the format of the sip and sample, again, I'm trying to bring newness and excitement to a sip and sample. And so I will probably wait till next week because I don't want to post the event too early that people forget about it. But you'll start seeing info on For the Love of Chocolate. And I am going to challenge all my long distance leaders to do some type of sip and sample. I don't care if it's a smoothie bowl party, a traditional style, a For the Love of Chocolate, a love yourself stress relief one, whatever you want to do for a theme. I think that is part of the excitement of being a rookie again. And link arms with some other people if you can. You know, Laura, if you have somebody close to you, like I don't know how close you live to Chris, or I'm trying to think of who else, or Lori Frasher, or some of those people out there, like get some other people that are excited and see if they want to do an event with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to do that.
What do you guys think of the idea for the love of chocolate?
Yeah.
I love it. It's a good, perfect for Valentine's Day, and
Yep.
Okay,
yeah, I like it.
good. So my second
I
idea
like it.
is going to be an ISA-Journey Results Not Resolutions Weight Loss Challenge. Hashtag,
Oh, Jody.
listen,
I'm sorry.
hashtag, it's no joke. And it's going to run from February 1st to April 1st, playing on April Fool's there. So it's just 60 days. And the people have to be in an ISA Body Challenge. We have to get 20 participants in order for us to dole out the money. First prize is going to be $100. Second prize is $50. And it'll be open to all team members, and it's weight loss percentage, not weight loss amount, because everybody has different percentages or amounts to lose.
Right.
So I'm hoping that people who didn't give themselves a restart in January, I'm going to really talk up the whole 75% of people give up on New Year's resolutions by February 1st. So if we start this incentive February 1st, let's roll on the results, not resolution momentum, and let's use and play up the it's not a joke. We're going to go do this till April Fool's Day and see if we can get some momentum within our team with that as well. So
Okay.
that's my ideas that I came up with in the shower this morning.
Nice.
So tell me, how are you guys with working your crystal executive map, with working for this rapid crystal reset? Where are you guys in your mindset? What can I do to come alongside you guys to help you with this?
Oh. I just can't get people to like look at it right now. Like I have somebody that wants to look at it in a week. You know, it's like, what is wrong with right now?
Okay, so let me ask a couple of questions. How are you doing at following, and I think you were part of the call, and if not, I'll go back and review it, is I'm really big about the daily action plan of the 3-3-3 of you
Yeah.
should be connecting with 3 new people a day, following up with 3 people, and giving 3 acts of kindness. How are you with that with daily actions?
Yeah, that's an issue.
Okay, so and like Herb was talking about, when he was talking about rookies, he's like, it's that new blood that is the lifeline of our business. And
Oh.
Lisa coaches us this way. Like when we started to have some fall off with some leaders, she said, don't worry about reviving the dead. You should have a new class every year. So every year you should have the class that you're building. So we had the class of 18, and now we're focusing on the class of 19.
Yeah.
So it's got to be finding new connections. It's got to be linking arms with new people and bringing up new leaders. And at conference, and Jill, I don't know if you heard this, like that Kathy Coover incentive, and from what I've heard, almost all of the incentives going forward are going to be based on the leader action plan. Well, the leader and action plan is, what is your cycles weekly, and are you growing? How many new enrollments do you have? How many new rank advancements do you have? And are you getting paid at your current rank? So like Randy and I are executive. Are you getting paid as executive? And at the end of the month, you add up all those totals and then you multiply them across. Well, if you think about basic math, anything times 0 is what?
0.
Right. So if you have a 0 in any of those 5 columns, you're not going to grow because you're zeroing out. So they really are talking a lot about this leadership in action worksheet. And to complete the worksheet and have success in the worksheet, it comes back to the daily actions of, are you connecting with 3 new people? Are you following up with 3 people? Are you showing 3 acts of kindness? Now, I added on my chart 1 gratitude a day and 1 Facebook post a day, because I think that ties in well with it. And if you're looking for that sheet, it is in the files in Shooting Stars. And I will tell you what it's called. It is called Weekly Actions for Success. With you can you see me? I just can't see you, Laura.
Yeah, I had a problem with my computer, so I'm on my phone.
Can you see the screens or no?
I can see you.
Okay, that's what I want to know because I'm going to share my screen, and I just wanted to make sure before I shared it, you could actually see me.
Yep.
If I could remember how to share a screen. Okay, share this. Okay, so what you should be seeing, this is called my weekly actions for success. So it's
Okay.
the 3 prospects a day, 3 follow-ups, 3 acts of kindness, 1 post a day, 1 gratitude a day.
Yep.
And if you're a person that likes to cross things off or you need a checklist, this is perfect because you could print off 52 of these and you have 1 for every week of the year. But if we're not doing this, we're beating a dead horse. You know, like,
Right.
yes, there's some people you need to follow up with and it takes a while for them to enroll. But if you're only following up with those same 20 people, then you're not getting any new blood.
Right.
And so, like today, Randy and I went to this show called The Ideal Living Show, and it's there's a magazine called Ideal Living, which we subscribe to because it's all about master plan communities for 50 and older. And so, the place where we want to move in South Carolina, we knew was going to be at this show because they're always in that catalog. So we handed out like 5 business cards today to people that we talked to about South Carolina. One of them has already found me on Facebook, and believe it or not, we have 2 mutual friends that I went to high school with. Like,
Oh, fun.
what are the odds of that? So
Right.
it's things like that of you need to keep connecting and get them on social media so that they can watch you, because as you connect, you want it to be authentic connections, and you don't want to lead it with, hey, by the way, I sell Isagenix. Do you need a health solution? You know, you want to like, oh my gosh, we have 2 mutual friends from high school. That's hysterical. And how long have you been in Greenville? And she actually works for the builder that I wanted to go find their homes. So, you know, I sent her a message. I'm so excited we got to meet today. I can't believe you work for the builder that I was going to try and find when we're out there. So she has my business card, but I haven't done anything other than connect with her and give her my business card.
Right.
Hopefully she will ask about it so that it's more organic, if you will. But if we're not connecting, we're not having people see us post. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and Jill working in retail, I mean, somehow, whether it's having your Isagenix cup drinking hydrate out of it, or, you know, talking about convenient meals at work or something to be able to have dialogue with people. You know, I don't know how easy that is or not, but, you know, somewhere to start where you're talking with people.
Mhm. Yeah. It's happened a few times, so I just gotta be better about it. It's kind of hard to do, but
Okay.
there's,
And then
there's definitely opportunities.
Right, and I'll go through Facebook and look at who they suggest, and then every once in a while, I'll pick somebody like a high school classmate, and I'll look at their friends and try and find friends that I want to connect with. Or say it's one of Jake's lacrosse team players' parents. I'll look at their friends. So if you've run out of who do I connect with, start looking at some of your friends' friends. The other thing I will tell you is Eric Worre says always have at least 2 social media platforms. And so I suck at Instagram, but I still do it. And my Instagram is pretty much a copy of my Facebook. But
Right.
I consciously work Facebook and LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn, I try and do more wealth creation stories or videos. Those videos of get to know us with the Cougars are perfect for LinkedIn. So I've done a bunch of those.
Just don't know how to work LinkedIn good enough.
But here's the cool thing with LinkedIn that most people don't realize, and I got this after listening to a couple podcasts. Have you ever listened to Susan Sly's podcast, Laura?
Yeah.
The one about how to do social media with Facebook and LinkedIn?
Probably not. But
Oh my gosh, it's one of the best out there for how to use social media. I'll send it to you in a message.
Okay.
But it's like an hour long, and it's a year or 2 old. But I think the basic mechanics of branding yourself are important. But what she talks about, and I've heard this on another social media seminar, is that with LinkedIn, and I think it's this way with Instagram too, it's not just your contacts that are seeing your post. It's your connections down through like third or fourth connections that see your post. So I remember they gave the example, if the average LinkedIn person had 500 connections, 2,000 people are seeing that post because it goes down 4 degrees.
Wow.
So you want to, and I think Instagram is very similar to that you want to get past your friends and maybe get your friends' friends without having to do it manually with Facebook.
Right.
So I would definitely encourage working a couple platforms, whether that's Instagram and LinkedIn or Facebook and LinkedIn.
But I'm not very good with it.
Well, and the only way to get better is to do it. I mean,
Yeah.
we've all made horrific mistakes and looked, crazy, but the only way you get better is to do it.
Yeah.
Jill, how are you with this rapid crystal reset coming?
I don't know. I feel like I have one, side that's better and really nobody on the other side that's even sharing or using the product. So I'm kind of struggling because I feel like some people that were into it are not, but I know, like you just said, like, don't focus on them, focus on new people. So that's what I need to do.
Yep. And we're the same way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys really caught this when I posted this a while ago, is I sent out a challenge to our people who were inactive. And you guys can always steal ideas and challenges we're doing. Don't ever ask permission, just do it. So I said to Randy, I'm not going to beat them to death, but I want them to know we're still here, and I want to encourage them in January for a restart because it's more of a natural thing people would do anyway. So I went through and counted how many inactive people we had between our 2 accounts. It was 89 people. And so I sent them a constant contact message. And did I send a text? I don't remember. No, I think I just sent a constant contact message. And I did a challenge of anybody who gets active again with 100 BV, their name will go into drawing, and they got to pick a product of their choice up to 30 BV. Now, did a lot of people do it? No. Did anybody do it? Yes. Did anybody send us their screenshot to get in for a drawing? No. But it's that point of, okay, throw something out there and then move on. That I think people think because we're executive, they think that we have very unbalanced sides. We actually fell out of executive for 2 days this week until somebody's auto ship went through. Like, we go through these same challenges, it's just at a bigger scale. So this is where you got to push through it in that sheet of the 6 questions that I talked about of what do you do on your wall kicking moments. This
Right.
is why we fill out this sheet, because we all experience it just on different levels. And you just got to keep moving forward and keep evolving and coming up with new ways and creative ways to do things.
Yeah.
So I'm going to encourage you guys to really, like I said, I'll put these 6 questions. It's entitled, when working on vision boards. Fill this out, put it in front of you, do a vision board, print out your crystal executive roadmap if you haven't, and put that in front of you. And really it just comes to go to work, do those daily actions of 3, 3, and 3. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So with that, I'm going to run because I do have a 3-way call with somebody to help them have a first presentation. And that's the other thing, is reach down to your team. Like we were telling Ingrid, we're here for you. Use the tools. Let us do a 3-way call with you. Invite them into that virtual Facebook event. That the more we can show them this is simple and duplicatable, the more they're apt to do it. So,
Right.
And it may be calling them, hey, can I help you write your 30-second story? You're doing great on this journey. Like, they may not have even an idea, like, oh, I should write a 30-second story, or I should know what to say when somebody asks me what I'm doing. Sometimes we got to put that idea before them, before it actually happens to them.
Right. Okay.
All right. Well, have a great night. Jill, I will see you Tuesday, and I'm going to try and remember to Facebook Live at Laura so that you guys can see it long distance as well.
That would be great. I have it on my calendar.
Okay. Have a great night, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
You too. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.